Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then welcome. My name's Christina, and on my channel we talk all things beauty from my own experiences. So before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave any comments that you have for me down below. We're going to be talking about all my favorite products from the month of April. I feel like April came and went so quickly, and there were so many new products coming out, especially with the Sephora Sales Event. I was able to pick up a good chunk of products, so if you missed that haul video, go check that one out if you are curious as to what I purchased. But I was able to try out a lot of new products, and it was super exciting to just go through, try all of these things, and come up with like my thoughts on them. And some of these products I actually have had for quite some time and just have a new perspective on them. This video is super exciting for me because we just hit 30,000 subscribers. I know that is not very large in the grand scheme of things, but for me personally, that is a pretty big milestone, and because of that I wanted to do my very first giveaway. So if you want to be eligible to enter that, then make sure you stick around for the end of the video. My first product was actually sent to me in PR from the brand Topicals, and this is their Slather exfoliating body serum. And this serum immediately became a holy grail. You know when a product just has immediate results and you know right away that you are gonna fall in love with it? That happened to me with this product, and I was so shocked. So I don't necessarily think that I have KP, and I don't think I have like strawberry arms or legs or anything like that. I've never really had too much of an issue with my skin other than the fact that I get super itchy for no apparent reason. Sometimes I will get like rashes because I do have some sort of like allergic reaction, and my skin tends to hive up for some reason. But other than that, I don't seem to have any KP, but now I'm kind of wondering if I do, because whenever I started using this, my skin became so incredibly smooth. So I use this in place of a lotion. It is more of a creamy texture, so it does hydrate like a lotion does, even though it says it is a serum. It has retinol, lactic acid, urea, and squalane. Whenever it comes to exfoliation nights on my face, I will also do it on my body. So it's really easy for me to remember to do it that way. Reasons why I really like this product is it's super easy to blend. I don't like a lotion that takes forever to blend and is super thick on the skin. This is a very thin, almost watery like lotion, and it blends in and absorbs very quickly. And I'm telling you guys, the next morning my skin feels so baby smooth. If you watch my last favorites video, I did talk about the Necessaire, the body exfoliator. That product plus this one, match made in heaven. They are incredible together. I cannot stop feeling on my arms and my legs, and I constantly tell my husband, like, feel my arm, feel how soft it is. Because this is also exfoliating, I do feel like it helps to get rid of any dry, flaky skin that can cause itchiness. So because of that, I haven't been as itchy as well. So this is truly one of the best products on the body I have used in a very long time. The only thing though is you have to be careful. It does have one of those mess-free caps. So when you squeeze it, it does come out fairly quickly. It kind of just like shoots out. So be very careful and mindful of how much you use. I'll dispense some for you guys now. So I'm just gonna squeeze it very slightly and you'll see how quickly it comes out. There you go. That was very quick, just a little squeeze and a lot of product came out, but it's okay, I'll use it. It doesn't have an intense scent. I haven't noticed that there are any added fragrance to it. It does slightly smell a little bit more chemical-like, but it truly isn't anything that I've noticed. And you can see it is pretty much blended into my skin. Feels really thin, so it's easy to just slather onto the skin, put my PJs on, and go to bed. Next product I have raved and raved about, and I've used it in so many videos. I don't know if I've already talked about it in a favorites video, but I wanted to talk about it again today if I have. This is the Tower 28 Sculptino in the shade Getty. This is specifically made to be a contouring cream product. It is that same Beach Please cheek and lip cream formulation that Tower 28 has for all of their blushes. And if you know me, those are some of my absolute favorite cream blushes. They blend so easily. They're not irritating on the skin. They have really good pigmentation and they don't ever look patchy. I love this because I can layer this with practically any product. I haven't noticed any issue with this layering with anything yet. And I love using this while I underpaint the skin, but I also really like to use it on top. It is the perfect neutral undertone. It's kind of more on the cool neutral side, so it's definitely not a bronzer. If you're familiar with Tower 28's Bronzino, those are definitely on the warmer side and they're also shimmery. This is gonna be its like cooler contour sister, I guess. So this is meant to give the illusion of a contour and a shadow on the skin. And because this is less of a gray, cool toned contour, I find that I can wear this under my foundation as well as on top of my foundation, and it just looks more natural versus something that I talked about in my last favorites video, which is the Milk Makeup contour stick or sculpt stick. I love this, but this one I pretty much only use as an underpainting product because it does pull quite cool gray, but it does give that really good shadow effect. While this one is a little bit more versatile, love it, lasts all day, it's the best. Next, we have something that I picked up during the Sephora Sales Event, and it's this lip liner. It's from Makeup by Mario, and it's in the shade Travis. This is an absolutely beautiful shade, especially for contouring and kind of just outlining the lips. I love this formulation. It glides on so effortlessly, super creamy, and I love that it has a flat lip brush on the other end because it makes it really easy to just diffuse out that color. And I rarely ever have clean lip brushes, or I rarely ever want to reach for a lip brush, so having it on the other end just makes it super convenient. And I just really love this formulation. It doesn't skip at all. It's super creamy, very pigmented, and I feel like these last a really long time on my lips. It lasts hours on my lips, even through meals. Next, we have two products from Huda Beauty, also purchased during the sale, and the first one is going to be the Faux Filter Concealer in the shade Cookie Dough 4.3N. Now, I've actually had this concealer in the shade Caramel Corn 5.1N for quite some time now. I really liked the formulation. However, it is quite dark for my skin tone. During the summertime, I can use this as sort of a under eye concealer, but it's still almost too similar to my skin tone even in the summertime. For a while, I was mixing Caramel Corn with a white pigment to just make it work, but I really love this shade and I'm happy that I picked it up. So this formulation itself is high coverage. I believe it is full coverage, and it is a very thin consistency, so you only need a little bit and it's very easy to blend in, and it keeps that coverage as you blend it out. And this is really nice because it does dry down, but it doesn't get too dry like, say, the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer. That one I would say is the most dry down type of concealer I have, where it still looks good. This one would probably be a little bit more hydrating than that, and I could definitely see someone with normal to dry skin types not even having to set this concealer. I think that this neutral tone is perfect because it's still very brightening under the eyes, but it doesn't look like a white concealer. It definitely just looks like it just adds a lit from within type of brightness under the eyes. So it's really great, and I also love to use this to sculpt out like my cheekbones and to highlight the center of my nose as I contour that as well. Next, we have the Huda Beauty, what is this? The Easy Bake Loose Setting and Baking Powder in the shade Banana Bread. And you guys, this is an incredible powder. I'm wearing all the products I'm talking about today on my face right now, and truly this baking powder is incredible. It really makes the face look airbrushed, and it really helps to control those oils throughout the day. This is seriously the ultimate baking powder to use to make your face look incredibly blurred. So I like to use this as a light dusting as well as a baking powder. So I will bake under my eyes as well as like sculpt my cheek, and I'll pat it in and then I'll dust it all off with a brush after letting it sit for a little while. And truly my skin skin has never looked this blurred and flawless from a baking powder. The banana bread one does have a hint of yellow in it. However, it is kind of more like a translucent powder with a hint of yellow versus a yellow powder. And I really like that because it lends itself to being very brightening on the face, especially because I use this under the eyes. I want to make sure that that area stays bright versus canceling out the brightness of, say, that Huda Beauty concealer with a yellow powder that may make it look a little bit darker. But I will say it can feel a little bit drying on the skin when you're baking. It truly feels like a thick cake of powder, but when you brush it away, it feels very lightweight. But even then, if you are not oily and you don't get oily throughout the day like I do, if you find that your face is going to stay that matte and you don't want that, you can easily go in with something like MAC Fix Plus, spray the face all over before going in with a setting spray, because then you're able to slightly rehydrate the skin to make sure it doesn't look cakey. I don't find that I look cakey with this, but I also don't go in with a super heavy hand just because I know I am not the type that wants to fully bake my entire face, you know? So I like that I can make this powder work for me and I can get that full baked look if I wanted it, but I can also tone it down and just have a very slight amount of powder but still look super blurred. Next, I have the SACHEU Beauty Lip Liner Stain in the shade Nude, and I also have the shade Pinked, but I actually don't know where it is. So what this is, it's marketed as a lip liner stain. So it is a stain, and it's one of those where you put it on the lips and it is a thick kind of rubbery mask type of product. So as it dries down, it does turn into that film that you just peel off whenever it's dry, and then it leaves you with a really nice stain. The reason why I really like these is because they're versatile in the sense that you can use them as intended, which is a lip liner, or you can use this all over the lips as a full-on lip stain. And I think this shade in Nude as well as the shade Pinked, they are the most natural looking lip stains in color that I've ever used. I'm very used to lip stains having a tint of pink or a tint of red, and all of them kind of pull towards that sort of look, but this truly stays that neutral nude shade. And the pinked one does have like that berry look to it, but it doesn't look like, I don't know how to explain it. It just doesn't look like your average lip stain. It does look fairly natural, and I love that about these. They are pretty even on the lips. They're not going to be the most even, especially Pinked. Sometimes I find that that one can look a little bit patchy on some areas of the lips, but they are intended to be lip liners, so they're not intended to give full even pigmentation on the entire lip. But whenever I wear that one with a gloss, it does end up looking very even in coverage anyways. But I love Pinked as a lip liner. I used it as a lip liner on Easter, and I'll insert a picture for you guys so you can see. And it's just the most beautiful, slightly berry toned lip liner, and it stayed all day throughout our Easter feast. So that was really nice. And I love the shade Nude because it reminds me of what my lips used to look like a couple years ago before I started losing pigmentation on my lips. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but as you age, you do lose pigmentation in your lips, among other things that happen to your face as you age. And for me, my lips have lost a lot of natural pigmentation, but whenever I wear this, I feel like I'm able to kind of get that fresh, more pinky, nudie looking lip again, and I just love it. I feel like it makes me look fresher. My only con is that it is sold out, and it's been sold out forever. I bought the pack of 3 with Nude, Pinked, and Mauve. I bought it at the end of March, I want to say, and I still don't have it. So it's kind of disappointing, but to be fair, the product did go viral, so they weren't prepared for, you know, distributing that many units, so I understand. Next up, I want to talk about the Juvias Place liquid blushes. Now, I have 4 here that I really enjoy. I have the shade Rosey Posey, which is what I'm wearing on my cheeks today. I have the shade Soft Tulip, Marigold, and Peach Rose. Soft Tulip and Marigold I did a YouTube short on, so you guys can go check that out if you want to see what that looks like on. But these blushes are so insanely pigmented. I would say that they're like the drugstore little sister of Rare Beauty's Soft Pinch Liquid blushes. I almost want to say that these are slightly more pigmented, but I think it really does come down to which shade you pick in either line, you know? But these shades that they came out with are all supposed to correlate with their powder blushes. I have the volume 4 blushes right here from Juvia's Place, and these two shades, Peach Rose and Rosy Posey, are supposed to be their counterpart. Actually, I don't know if Peach Rose, this top one, is supposed to be that one, but I know I picked up the one that's supposed to go with both of these. It is super pigmented though. They are not for the faint of heart, and you have to be very careful with the pigmentation. Definitely go in with a tiny bit at first, blend it out, and then see if you need to add a little bit more. These are great because they don't lose pigmentation as you're blending them out. They do look super hydrating on the skin, and they do dry down slightly as you blend them out, but I would say that if you don't like that dewy finish, you're going to want to make sure that you powder it. Sometimes products like cream and liquids can kind of lift off your foundation and concealer underneath, and these do not do that. They keep the product intact, and you can easily blend it out, and everything underneath it just stays put. So I think these are so good and such a steal at the price that they are. I can't remember what they are. I purchased them at Ulta, but I just know that these are so worth the money. You barely have to use any of it, and you get incredible pigmentation. I actually went in before I did my foundation, put the blush on, and then afterwards, whatever product was left on the brush that I used to apply it, I just stippled it on because there was still more on the brush. Next, I want to talk about Summer Friday's Lip Butter Balm, specifically in the shade Pink Sugar. Lip butter balms are a definite favorite of mine. I recently tried them, I think this past fall, and I will never look back. I can't believe it's taken me so long to actually try them, but I love this formulation when it comes to lip products. Those that have shea butter in them are amazing on my lips. They just hydrate so well on there. This formulation, I feel like, is kind of a hybrid between a lip balm and a lip mask. I can use this during the day and feel like my lips stay hydrated for hours and hours. And this shade specifically, Pink Sugar, I bought this one the same time that I bought the shade Cherry, and I thought that Cherry was going to be my favorite of the two, but Pink Sugar ended up to be the reigning champion of the two of those products. I think because it just adds a little wash of pink on the lips, and it doesn't make my lips look super baby pink, you know. I have it on today with the lip liner Travis, and I feel like it just adds a little bit of brightness to the lips. It smells great too. It smells like a sugary treat, but it's not too strong. I love that these lip butter balms just smell so yummy. They are just so good on the lips, and they give you lasting hydration. I want to talk about the One Size Setting Spray. I picked this up during the sale as well, and this is absolutely game changing for me. So as I mentioned, I am combination normal to oily skin type. I do get oily throughout the day, especially when I wear makeup. I do find that is when I get the most oily, because I get oily in my T-zone, a little bit on my cheeks as well. You guys, I don't know what's in this. Actually, I could probably read about it, but I'm gonna say I don't know what's in this that makes my makeup stay for ever. I think what sold me the most on this setting spray was my first wedding anniversary dinner, actually. We went to an omakase, which is a chef special sushi type of experience, and you do like 17 courses, and the chef like talks you through it. And this combination, the Huda Beauty powder and the setting spray, oh my gosh, match made in absolute heaven. They are incredible because I did my full glam face. I did everything, the whole 9 yards, set it all with this. And after 6 hours of wear, my skin looked the absolute same. It was incredible. So insane. The only thing that changed was my lip product after eating 17 courses, of course. And what I like to do is I'll go in with my MAC Fix Plus, spray my face, especially if I go in and powder, you know, if I bake and stuff. I want to make sure that I rehydrate the skin a little bit, so I'll spray this all over, let that dry, and spot powder anywhere that I feel like looks a little too dewy, and then I'll go in with this and spray it. Because however your makeup is looking, it's going to stay looking like that after you spray this. So just make sure it's looking like however you want it to, and then spray this and it'll look great. Okay guys, those were all of my favorite products. I hope that you enjoyed them. But now let's get on to my giveaway. So I have this bag right here that has all of the products that I'm going to be including. So I am keeping it to one winner, and I just want to share with you guys what is in this bag so you kind of know what you're entering for. I've talked about all of these products actually in past favorites videos. I've used them all in videos as well. So hopefully you are familiar with them. But the first thing that we have is the Trader Joe's Brazil Nut Body Butter. It smells very similar to the Sol de Janeiro body butter, the Bum Bum cream, but I wouldn't say they're exact dupes, but they are very similar. It feels incredible and I love this. I've gone through tubs and tubs of this, so I'm including that in the giveaway. I also have one of my holy grail mascaras. This is the Maybelline Sky High Mascara in the shade Very Black. Everything you want in a mascara, this one is going to give you. My absolute baby dream of a product, Tower 28's Beach Please Magic Hour Blush. It's my favorite shade from all the cream blushes that Tower 28 has to offer. I actually have a lot of blushes here, a ton of blushes. So if you like blush, make sure you enter this. This is the Nude Sticks in the shade Picante. This is having a resurgence, I think, in the beauty industry because Sophia Richie Granger's makeup artist, Patty Dubroff, actually used this on her wedding day. It's this beautiful, I'm going to open it because I don't know where mine is, but it's this beautiful red, orange, like hot orange shade. Perfect for summertime, looks incredible on everyone, and the Nude Sticks formulation was one of my very first favorite cream blush formulations. It's incredible, lasts all day, it's so good. Two more blushes for you here, and you guys have heard me talk about these. Let me actually grab mine. We have the shade Persimmon and we have the shade Fox, and I actually have my two here. This is Persimmon, then we have Fox, which is my favorite of the two. They're perfect on just bare face to give you a little bit of flush, but they also look incredible with the full face of makeup. And then we of course have Persona's blush multi-stick. We have it in the shade Jam. Okay, I just grabbed mine. This is the shade Jam, the most beautiful berry tone. It blends out like a dream. The Persona Cosmetics blush multi-sticks are so good. I want everyone in the world to try this formulation, so I'm starting with one of you. Two more Tower 28 products. We have the Milky Lip Jelly in the shade Pistachio. It is this baby pink shade, and also Tower 28's one liner in the shade Fill Me In. I have that one right here as well. It's this muted pink shade that looks great as a lip liner. You can also use it as a fun, subtle eyeliner, and it looks great. Two more lip products. We have an oldie but a goodie. This is Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in the shade 135 Globetrotter. If you just dot a little on the center of your lips and then spread it out with your fingers, it lasts all day. And then we have a little baby Summer Fridays lip butter balm in the shade Vanilla Beige. Like I mentioned, these are incredible. I cannot live without these, so I'm giving a little baby to you guys here. This is the Kaleidos Futurism number 7 Sashimi City palette. I also have mine right here to show you guys. They're more on the neutral side, but you do get a fun little glitter pink shade there. You will also be getting this scalp scrub from Briogeo. This scrub feels really nice and tingly and minty on the scalp, and it feels super refreshing. And then lastly, probably the biggest thing, you will be getting a Dior Menage, which is going to be a black metal, and it also has a gold chain to go with it. And then inside you do have lipsticks. So you have 3 refill lipsticks as well as the actual lipstick bullet. And I really enjoy mine. I've used my Menage a couple of times during events. So that's everything that is included in the giveaway. So talking a little bit about the rules of the giveaway. So the first rule is going to be that you need to subscribe to my channel and like this video. And then the second part is to leave a comment down below of what product you have been loving. And in that comment, make sure that you include your Instagram handle. That is how I'm going to be reaching out to you. But if you don't have an Instagram, don't worry, you can still enter. Just let me know in your comment that you do not have an Instagram, and I will be reaching out to you in the comments and give you further instruction on how to get your prize. There's going to be 1 entry per person, and the giveaway is going to end on Sunday, May 14th at 11:59 Pacific Standard Time. So gives you guys a week to enter, and I hope that you do. I hope that you love these giveaways because these are some of my absolute favorite products. And again, thank you guys so much for getting me even this far. I really appreciate all of your support, and I love this community so much. And that is everything. Good luck to you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful, and if you did, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially to enter that giveaway. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.